Dear students, we'll start with the chapter number 8, that is Introduction to Trigonometry. It is one of the important chapter, and the weightage for this chapter is 12 marks, and it is one of the important chapter because so in your future classes, that is class 11th and 12th, so if you want to solve problems based on the integration and differentiation, the knowledge of knowledge or basics of trigonometry is very important, and even the applications of trigonometry are going to be used in physics. So even to understand physics, you need to learn trigonometry, which is one of the important chapter as per your future point of view. See, what is trigonometry? See, tri means 3, gon means sides, and metry means measure. We are going to measure the relationship between in the 3 sides angles of a right angled triangle. So even in our day-to-day life, so we'll come across different cases of imaginary right angled triangle. See, I'll give a few instances. Suppose there is a huge tower. So you are at certain distance from the tower. So both of you are at the ground level. See, the base of the tower and you are at the same ground. So when you look at the top of the tower, so imaginary right angle triangle will be found at this particular point. So this is one of the instance. And other instance, if you take, so if a girl child or child stands on a balcony, a child stands on a balcony. Okay, there is a balcony. So suddenly she finds a balloon at a position A. So by looking at this, she goes into the home and she calls her mom. By the time mom comes, the balloon will be at the position B. So now you can see two imaginary right angle triangle. One when only girl was alone. So this was the one of the right angle triangle. When mom came, so when both are there, so this is other right angle triangle. This is one of the imaginary right angle triangle. So one more thing, suppose in your book it is given, suppose there is a huge building, it is located on the banks of a river, and other end of the river there is a temple. There is a temple, and the temple there you find the steps. So on the top floor there is a balcony. From the balcony, the child looks at the flower pot which is placed on the steps of the temple. So again you could find one of the right angle triangle that is formed. Okay, this is the right angle triangle that is formed. So if you know, see, in all these cases, if you know two sides, other sides can be calculated using the trigonometric ratios. So this is how even astronomers are going to use trigonometrical relations to find the distance between the celestial bodies. Now, what are the different trigonometric ratios? How we are going to define them? We'll see. So let us consider a triangle ABC which is right angled at B. Consider triangle ABC. Consider triangle ABC. We are going to define trigonometric ratios for right angle triangle. So we'll define, let A, see, if B is if the ABC is a right angle triangle, if it is right angled at angle B, now so A and obviously A and C will be acute angles. So we'll define the 6 trigonometric ratios for angle A. Sine of angle A is equal to side opposite to angle A divided by hypotenuse. So according to what it will be, so side opposite to angle A is BC, and what is hypotenuse? AC is the hypotenuse. Next, cosine of angle A. So for this, side adjacent to angle A divided by hypotenuse. which is the side adjacent to angle A. AB is the side adjacent to angle A because this is hypotenuse, and obviously there are two sides. One side is adjacent side, this is hypotenuse. So AB divided by AC. Next, tangent of angle A is equal to tangent of angle A. Side opposite to angle A divided by side adjacent to angle A. Side opposite to angle A divided by side adjacent to angle A. Here in this case, opposite is BC divided by AB. Or else we can write sine A divided by cos A, because see, you can verify cosine of A. So what is sine of A? BC by AC divided by BC by AC, sine of A divided by AB by AC. So AC will get cancelled. Again what you are going to get? BC by AB. So tangent of A can be written as sine of A divided by cosine of A. Next. So please note this down. I am going to erase this. So please pause the video and note this down. These are the first three ratios, and we are going to write the cofunctions of these. For sine it will be cosecant. Cosecant of A is equal to 1 by cosecant A is the cofunction of sine A. Okay, cosecant of A divided by 1 by sine A, which is equal to hypotenuse divided by side opposite to angle A. Side opposite to angle A. Next, for cosine of A, which is a cofunction, that is secant of A, which is equal to, so here in this we can write, see, what is hypotenuse? AC. What is side opposite? BC. AC by BC. This we can write. So secant of A is equal to 1 by cosine of A. This can be written as so hypotenuse divided by side adjacent to angle A. Side adjacent to angle A. So what is hypotenuse, sir? AC is hypotenuse. What is side adjacent to angle A? Side adjacent to angle A is A. Next, cot of A or cotangent of A is equal to 1 by tangent of A, which is equal to side adjacent to angle A divided by side opposite to angle A. So which is, what is the side adjacent to angle A? Is nothing but AB divided by BC. So these are the 6 ratios of trigonometry. These are 6 important trigonometric ratios. So please, you need to remember them. So please note this down. So after this, we will go to the examples based on this. Okay. Please note this down. Before we go to the examples, one more thing I want to tell you. How whatever the length may be the whatever may be the length of a side, whatever may be the length of a side, but trigonometric ratio will remain the same. See, in this case, if I write, suppose ABC is a right angle triangle. ABC is a right angle triangle. If see, if a triangle is if for angle C, so how bigger or how whatever may be the length of this length of the side of this particular angle, whatever may be the length, but trigonometric ratio will remain the same. But the trigonometric ratios, so what you are going to write? Whatever may be the length of sides of an angle, the trigonometric ratios, whatever may be the length, but whatever may be the length of the sides of angle. See, whatever may be the length of sides of an angle, the trigonometric ratios will remain same if angle is same. If angle is same. See, if angle is C, if it remains C, whatever may be the length of the sides of an angle, the ratio will remain the same. This is one thing I wanted to tell you. And one more thing, so for all the functions we have sine of A, cosine of A, tangent of A, cosecant of A. These are the co-functions. Cosecant of A, secant of A, cotangent of A. So we'll write in a short form, that is sine of A can be written as sine A. Cosine of A can be written as cos A. Tangent of A can be written as tan A. Cosecant of A can be written as cosec A. Secant A can be written as secant A. Cotangent of A can be written as cot A. So these are the short forms that we are going to use in the future problems. Okay, sine of A, so how it can be written as sine of A, cos of A, tan of A, cosec of A, secant we call sec of A, cot of A. Okay, please note this down. So next we'll go to the example. So first example, given tan A is equal to 4/3, find the other trigonometric ratios of angle A. Suppose, so this is triangle ABC, so it is right angled at B. So what they have given, tan of A is equal to 4/3. So solution, so what we can write, tangent of A. So tan of A given, what is given to us? Tan of A is equal to 4/3. So tan of A can be written as opposite by adjacent. Okay. What is opposite here? What is the side opposite to angle A? BC is the side opposite to angle A, that is BC. What is the side adjacent to angle A? This is hypotenuse, this will be the side adjacent to angle A, that is A. So that is BC by A. Means BC is equal to 4 units and AB is equal to 3 units. Why? Now what we need to do, we need to, if I want to write trigonometric ratios, I need to know all the three sides. Yes? So therefore AC is equal to square root of AB square plus BC square. So what is AB square? AB square is 4 square plus 3 square, which is equal to root of 25, which is equal to 5 units. Okay. Now already we have tan of A. We will start from sin of A. Sin A is equal to opposite by hypotenuse. What is opposite here? Opposite is BC by AC. What is BC here? BC is 4 divided by 5. Next, cos of A adjacent by hypotenuse, which is equal to, what is adjacent here? AB by AC, hypotenuse AC. So what is AB here? AB is 3 units, 3 by 5. What is tan? Already we have. Cosecant of A is equal to 1 by sin A. 1 by sin A is nothing but 1 by 4 by 5, which is to 5 by 4. Next, secant A is 1 by cos A. What is cos A here? Cos A is 3 by 5, 1 by 3 by 5, which is equal to 5 by 3. Next, cot A. Cot A is nothing but 1 by tan A, which is equal to 1 by tan A is nothing but 4 by 3, which is equal to 3 by 4. These are the 6 different ratios. Only tan A was given. Then we have written the relation for tan E, that ratio correlation. We got the two sides. Other side was unknown. So we use Pythagoras theorem to find the unknown. Later we have written the 6 trigonometric ratio or other 5 trigonometric ratios. Please note this down. Second question. If angle B and angle Q are acute angles such that sin B is equal to sin Q, then prove that angle B is equal to angle Q. Say there are two different triangles. See, one triangle is triangle BAC. It is right angled at A. Other one is PQR. These are the two triangles. When can I say angle B is equal to angle Q? One way, see what we can tell. If these two triangles are similar, then their corresponding angles will be equal. So we will prove these two triangles are similar. So how can we prove that? See, solution. Now what we can write? It is given that angle B is equal to angle Q. Only this much is given. So what we can write? See, and even it is given that sin B is equal to sin Q. We need to prove, sorry. This is given, what is given to us? Sin B is equal to sin Q is given to us. Sin B is equal to sin Q. What we need to prove? We need to prove angle B is equal to angle Q. Now I'll write what is sin B. Sin B is equal to AC by BC. AC by BC. Fine. Sin Q is equal to PR by PQ. PR by PQ. Or else what we can write? Since sin B is equal to sin Q, we can write this as AC by BC is equal to PR by PQ. AC by BC is equal to PR by PQ. Fine. Or else what we can write? AC divided by PR is equal to BC divided by PQ. Can we write this? So we can exchange, see, BC divided by PQ divided by AC divided by PR. So it will not alter the value. So AC by PR is equal to PC by PQ. So let it be, this ratio be key. Let AC by PR, BC by PQ is equal to K. Now AB is equal to square root of BC square minus AC square, which can be written as what? BC can be written as, C. BC can be written as K into PQ, K square PQ square minus AC can be written as, where is AC? K into PR, K square PR square. Okay. Next, what we need? Next we need PQ. PR, right. What we need? AB, we need QR, sorry. See, what I wanted to prove was AC by PR, AC by PR, BC by PQ, AB by QR. See, these the ratio, see, the ratio of these corresponding sides are proportional or equal, then those two triangles are similar. That I wanted to prove. Okay, now where we are? So we already proved AC by PR, BC by PQ, BC by PQ. We need to prove PA by QR. For that I need QR now. QR is equal to PR square minus, PQ square minus PR square. PQ square minus PR square. Fine. So what we can write now? AB by QR. AB by QR. AB divided by QR is equal to root of, C. K square if I take out, K into PQ square minus PR square divided by root of PQ square minus PR square. So this will get cancelled. AB by QR is equal to K. Therefore AC by PR is equal to BC by PQ is equal to AB by QR, which is equal to K. Since, I'll write here, since the sides are proportional, the corresponding sides are proportional, sides are proportional, what we can write? We can write triangle ABC similar to triangle RQP. RQP. Therefore, angle B is equal to angle Q. That's the proof. So please note this down. So that is one way. Other alternate method, one of the easiest method is, suppose say so let this be B, let this be Q, and let this be P. So BPQ is a right angle triangle and it is right angled at P. So in triangle BPQ, angle P is equal to 90 degree, and even it is given that sin B is equal to sin Q. What is sin B? Sin B is nothing but PQ by BQ. PQ by BQ. What is sin Q? Sin Q BP by BQ. Now this BQ will get cancelled. PQ is equal to BP. What we got? PQ is equal to BP. PQ is equal to BP. So now what we can write? Angle B is equal to angle C, Q. Why? Because angle opposite to C, angle opposite to equal sides are equal. That is the property. Angles opposite to equal sides are equal. I think you might have studied it in 9th standard. Angles opposite to equal sides are equal. Fine. So angle opposite to equal sides are equal. Angle B is equal to angle Q. Since PQ, what is the angle opposite to it? PQ. B is the angle opposite to it. Q, see BP, for BP, Q is the angle opposite. See, since these two sides are equal, angle opposite to those two sides will be equal. This is the proof. This is the other alternate method and one of the easiest method. If you know the basic properties, you can go by this method. Recently you have studied similarity triangle. If you are comfortable with that one, you can go ahead with that one. This is one of the alternate method. Please go through this. Please note this down.